you know, for dramatic effect, I guess you could say that, because when a customer receives a nice item, you know, for a great price that they couldn't probably really afford at Walmart or Target or one of those, you know, bigger companies, but they go online to get it for a cheaper price for that, basically for a really great condition or good condition, then they're looking to, you know, they want to get that unboxing where it looks, you know, it looks great, you know. I mean, so, but if you can get the stickers off, you can. If not, hey, roll with it. If you have to not ship the box because it's heavily damaged or worn out, then go that route too. So let me, as you can see with Samsung, the device just clicks on right there. With the Samsung device, as Apple's device does the same thing. So I'm gonna connect to these. You're instructed next to put it in your ear. So I don't know if you can see that or not. So I just did something stupid. So let's get these out and in my ear. And they just have a little bitty band going around them too. I don't know if you can see that or not. They just really have a little band going around them. So let's put them in the ear. They go upwards. Okay. Put them in your ear. Hold the sides. I think I got them in the right side. I see right or left here. I really don't see right or left. That might be the better way right here. But this is what you pretty much have to go through on every item of electronics. It's like every item has to be tested. So there we have them in. Let me hold them on the sides. I don't hear the beep yet. So what I'm going to do is, see if I got the right side or left side. Doesn't really say there. What I'm going to do is put them back in the case, and I'm going to repeat the process. That's what I'm going to do. Repeat the process. Sometimes they have a reset button somewhere to reset the device, so that you can pair them. And I'm going to take them and I'm going to put them in my ear like this, like that. And I'm just going to go to the actual app. Try that way. Go to the regular app. Galaxy Buds Live. Let the app come up like that and try to connect like that. And these updating's complete. Okay. So let's see what we got going on here. Let's try to get some sound going. Okay, I do hear some sound. Okay, now I get some volume here, and I think it's the left side that you rub. Oh, might have them in backwards. Okay, so one of these is the way that you increase the volume. Normally in the app, there's a feature that allows for how you want to actually control the volume of your there's a feature in the app that lets you know if you want the right side or the left side to control volume, and then one to do something different. So let me see. Touch controls. Okay. The left down, the right is volume up. So the right side is just pressing and holding. I should have figured it out, but I was so busy trying to touch it. So that's definitely the right side. Okay, so okay, the volume could be much louder. Try to find another song here. The thing is that here's a part of with electronics that are, you know, like I said, everyone loves electronics. These are functioning as intended. I can touch the left and hold it. Watch the volume go down. So they're functioning as intended. The cosmetic condition is excellent. There's no dings or scratches or chips or dents or any of those types of things. So they are functioning as intended. I'll sell these. I'll sell these for about. Let's see if I got that in there right. I think so. Hold on, just a second. Okay. So there you have it. Your Samsung Buzz Live right there, with the accessories in there, which is really just the ear tip. So there's a functioning right. There's 3 of them so far that we have functioning correctly. Now, the thing about here's one of the things about true wireless headphones is that there are so many. There's such a diversity of different models. I mean, just here we have down here we have Apple, and then we have Beats by Dre, we have Samsung, we have LG, we have JBL, we have Jaybird, we have Jabra, the 3 J's, right? Jaybird, JBL, Jabra. But you have so many different models, so many different makes or brands, and all of them they might have some similarities as far as functionality or connecting and things like that. But you know, even with like Skull Candy, you have Skull Candy. I mean, you have so many different ones, and it's to be able to remember how to actually connect. I mean, you have Sony. How to actually connect all of them is like sometimes you really gotta go look at a video on how to connect them. So the thing about buying product, it doesn't matter if it's electronics, but I'm mainly speaking about electronics now. But you have to become familiar with how to operate them, because it's one thing to be able to buy them, to resell them, but at the same time, you're gonna have to learn. You're gonna have to know how to check and see if they're functioning correctly, and learn how to function them or to work them, because you will not be surprised how many items such as these we have had shipped out. Customers buy them, and because they're not necessarily plug and play, you'll get a return request, or someone will send you a message on eBay or Amazon, and they're saying it's not functioning right. What's the next step? Or it's not functioning like you said. It's not as described. So one of the first things you have to do as the reseller, you have to literally be able to send an entire manual and a message. And I'm not talking about a picture of the manual. I'm talking about you have to walk the customer through of how to test that item. So it's like, how do you test that item? And you have to walk them through them. Okay, so you have to determine the first thing you want to do is charge it up. The next thing you want to do is make sure before you charge it, both earbuds are in the case properly, and they're in the right slots. They're the right in their respective places in the charging case. Then you charge it up. Then you make sure that both lights are on. If it has lights, they indicate that both earbuds are charging. I mean, it's such a lot of information you do have to really be familiar with, that you have to know, because as the seller, the customer is going to really hold you liable, and they're going to really look to you to make sure the device is functioning right. And that's why it's important for you to not only test them, but you got to get familiar. You have to know how to test them in order to test them. Are they doing everything they're supposed to be doing, like the manufacturer intended? And that's when you can ship them out with confidence. And when you've tested them and you know how to test them and you know how to function them, to work them, then you're able to, walk the customer through, okay, this is how you work those items there. And now you're good, So I think we got this installed. We'll check. But that's a part of reselling. You have to know how to you have to really know how to you have to know how to, as the seller, how to work that device. So I think this is updated, so let me see. And if it's not updated to where it just pops up on my screen, which I don't think it's going to do that. This is a 6, this is not a 7 or 8. So maybe I don't have enough update to be able to connect it just like that, as you've seen. So what I'll do is I'll just do it manually, go there and connect them in the settings. So let's just go do that. And we get these connected. Okay. As you can tell, I'm more of a Android guy than I am a Apple's guy. Now this is TJ's AirPods, Apple AirPod Pros. Just made me think of TJ, the TJ, the YouTube channel. These are your AirPods. So let's get them connected right quick, and then let's get some sound going. So they're connected. Let's get them put in. Let's check for some sound here. Got some sound in that one. The initial buzz that you get. Now let's get some. Got 2 ears with sound. That's a good thing. I might have these in backwards. They feel a little backwards. And they were. So let's get some sound going. Both ears are working. Sound quality is just, they're just a little better. They're much better, should I say, than. And then of course I'm working on 2 devices. I'm working on Apple products and I'm working on Android products. But I will say that when it comes to the Galaxy Buds Live, it does have an equalizer on the app that will allow me to actually play with and manipulate the actual sound quality or the, listening. So I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it sounds good. Okay. Put back in, should come on. Yep. So, but there you have it. They are working as intended. Let's check out some of the features here. Because with Apple, one of the ways you learn how to test whether your Apple product is genuine or not is based off the features it's able to perform, the functioning features. Which I may not get the same thing. May not get the same thing with this one because it is a Apple 6 and it's not updated. Okay, hold on. There's a pause. Double click your pause. I'm trying to find the sensor here without being familiar with it. I'm supposed to So I'm not getting the features, the functioning buttons like I should, but they are working properly. Okay, the sound quality is there, so I will check the mic before we list them online, of course. But there you have it, AirPod Pros. Here's your inner packaging, of course, and inner packaging with the AirPod Pros. You have your charging cable and your tips, which this one only has 2 of the 4 in there, so they've already used 2 of them, whoever previously had it. And there you have your cardboard there. All right. So what I'll do is later before I list them, I actually will test these more extensively too, such as why my function is not doing like it should compared to, you know, a lot of times when you have the one thing I learned about the fake AirPods is when you just touching them, hangs calls up, it just, the features are just not there. They just don't function with the features right. All right, so next one is the Samsung Bud. Let's go back to that, and then we'll get to another variety of devices here. So here we have another Samsung Bud here, and as you can see, it just pops right up. So we'll connect to that one. It has a charge. Let's pair up. As it goes through that process there, I want to say I'm going to hit continue, and I'm putting my ear here. Okay, let's roll. It's hard to tell which one is the right and which one is the left. Okay, got it. Let's roll. Okay, you're all set. Let's get some sound going here. Touch controls, the right active noise canceling, the left right active noise canceling. So let's switch that and have the right as the volume up. So there's on the app you can adjust for certain different things, such as I can make the right side any of those particular 3 options there, or I can make the left one there. In this case, I made the right my volume. So let's go. Whoever previously had both of them set as noise cancellation. So hold my right down. This one might be my right. Just a second here. And it's a tedious process. It's a lengthy process of testing stuff to make sure it's actually what it's supposed to be. Because when you by the time you resell them, you got to keep in mind your buyer's going to go through the same process of trying to get them connected, and you want that to be a smooth process. I'm thinking these was just holding me. Let me check this one. Okay, so this is my right side. I got them in the wrong one, in the wrong ear. So that's the full volume, maximum volume there. Let's get it back in there. Okay. Turn the volume up some more, fully up. You know, I can see why customers would return these, because the loudness, the quality of the sound is just not that major for what you would expect from Samsung. And I don't mean to turn this testing product into a review of products, but okay, but there you have that right there. They do have good quality, but I just would expect a lot more quality from, you know, one of the world's leaders in electronics. So we have the second one done. So we have a total of 5 devices that have tested already, that we have working. So we're on a good streak here. So let's go to another device. Let's go to this one next. Google Pixel Buds. See what we got here. Google has stepped into the weighed in on the accessories, true wireless. So I don't know if I have to take them out of the box in order to charge them, or is there a device? Is there something to connect? So I'm going to take them out of the pack, out of the charging case, and see what happens. Now, might have to just, they may not pop up like a lot of the other ones. So I'm going to connect that one and hit scan again and see what we get down here. And then let's put them back in the case to see if they will actually, let's reset that, put them back in there, and repeat this process again. So I'm going to open up the case. I'm hit my scan, search for device. It's not a model I'm exactly familiar with testing. So let's take them out of the case now and try that method. And then next thing I'll try is maybe holding down the buttons or something. This might have a quick starter's guide in here, quick setup guide rather. For these, so I'm not getting anything yet. So let's put these back in the case and let's get this process going. This comes in the box there besides the manual. So let's look at the quick starters guide, see what they got to do to repair them. This is the process that you're going through, and that's why I thought this would be a great idea just to show a lot of the people who are into watching, you know, they're interested in getting reselling, or they're like just like reselling videos. I thought this would be good to do because it's what goes on behind the scene when resellers get their inventory in, and no matter how big they are, how small they are, they still have to go through a process, no matter if you have to test it yourself or hire someone to do the testing for you. Open the charging, open the earbud case, make sure Bluetooth is on, tap the Google Pixel Buds pairing notification, and follow the screen steps. Press and hold the pairing button until the light starts pulsing. All right, so let's try that. There's a little button somewhere here. It's on the back side. There's a little button on the back side similar to Apple AirPods that does the function. I couldn't see it. I didn't even think to look and check. If I didn't have a manual, then I probably would look at the case more thoroughly. Okay, so I'm gonna open that up, and then I want to push this button until it pulsates. So now it pulsates, very similar to Apple. And then I'm going to now look for it on my device. It's pulsating, yep. John's Pixel Buds. I'm going to pair with John's Pixel Buds. Let's see what John had here. And let's see what we got going on here. Come on in here. I guess this is the right side. This is the left. I like the way they fit in there. They fit really good. So let's see what we got here. What kind of sound quality you have. One of these is going to be your volume. So tapping one time is your pause and play. Tapping two times is next skip track or whatever. So let me try the other one. And that skip track as well. Holding. Holding does nothing there. So let me see. Shucks. Rubbing. So I'm looking basically for my up value. Check this out. Touch controls. Tap to pause, double tap next track, triple tap previous track, swipe forward, volume. There we go. Got a good rich bass, deep bass, soft. They're louder than the LGs and the Samsungs, but at the same time they fit into the canal of your ear, so you get that. Whereas the Googles don't really fit into the canal of your ears. That's the difference. Okay, so these appear to be functioning as intended. Have to check the mic as well. And Google Pixels, really good hard cardboard in theirs. That's good, really good. I don't think Google held back a lot on these at all. They sound good. Good inner packaging. Easy to follow instructions for pairing. I forgot what these go for, but to be honest, all of these models, it doesn't matter which one particularly they are, with the exception of AirPod Pros. But for the most part, all these sell for about the same, thing. Like she said, LG's is $99. Google Pixels is going to be about the same, maybe even more. So there we have 6 of them tested. They'll be further, like I said, you have your alcohol to kind of clean them a little bit with your Q-tip. You'll change, if we're warranted, you'll change the actual gel tips on some of them to see if they need changing. So let's go to the next one here.